Welcome to Spybrary, by spy fans, for spy fans, with Shane Whaley. Shane dives into the mystery and intrigue of spy books and movies, both fact and fiction, delivering reviews and interviews with authors, historians, intelligence experts, and spy fans. He discusses everything from John le Carre, Len Dayton, Ian Fleming, Tom Clancy, Brad Thor, and many more. If you love spy books and movies, keep listening. This podcast is for you. This is Spybrary.
It's a brush pass, quick and simple.
You are listening to Brush Pass on Spybrary. Quick reviews sent in by spy fans for spy fans.
Hello, my name is Bill Koenig. I run a blog called The Spy Command, and today I'm doing a brush pass about the career of Mort Drucker, who passed away in April at the age of 91. Mort Drucker was a very successful commercial artist, and one of his primary activities was drawing movie and TV parodies for Mad Magazine, starting in 1959 and running through into 2008. And I mostly want to just mention his work with spy parodies, given the given what Spybrary concentrates on. He did a number of James Bond related parodies. One of the first was in 1965. It was simply called 007, and it was what a James Bond stage musical would be like. It was written by Frank Jacobs, and all the songs were sung to the tune of songs from the musical Oklahoma. And the plot of the parody involved a nefarious organization called Ice Cube that was towing the United Kingdom to the North Pole. Here he's called James Bomb, since it's a parody. Bomb investigates and is taken prisoner by Ice Cube, and the leader of Ice Cube is revealed to be none other than Mike Hammer, drawn by Mort Drucker to resemble Mickey Spillane, who is angry at James Bomb for taking away all his book sales. But Bomb is triumphant. However, at the end, when he's back at headquarters, everyone's rather hot and is in the office in their underwear. And the reason was the cable that was towing the United Kingdom toward the North Pole snapped, and it ended up on the equator. But everyone's happy because they were tired of all that fog anyway. And so the big concluding number, Mort Drucker drew the likes of the Beatles, Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton, Queen Elizabeth, and many other famous folks singing this big concluding song. It was sung to the tune of Oklahoma, which went something like, 007 is the world's greatest spy there is today. When the going's rough, he gets mighty tough, so you better stay out of his way. Anyway, I'll spare you anymore. But Mort Drucker also drew other parodies of the 1960s spy craze. The Spywrite blog in 2016 did a detailed analysis of the parody that Mort Drucker drew of The Spy Who Came In From the Cold, which was titled, I think it ended with In for the Gold. And it's like I say, it's a very detailed, The Spy That Came In for the Gold. Sorry, that was the title. Anyway, it's a fairly detailed analysis, and it ran on November 18th, 2016, written by Jeff of the Spywrite blog. So you should definitely give that a look. Ironically, Mad didn't do a proper Bond film parody until 1974, and they did parodies for the first 8 films in the series. And again, Drucker did these very spot-on caricatures. They clearly resembled the people they were modeled on, but with certain features exaggerated. And it was pretty entertaining. after that 8-in-1 thing in 1974, he did other Bond parodies. I remember he did a parody for For Your Eyes Only, and in which instead of Bond putting flowers on Tracy's grave, the Roger Moore Bond is putting martinis on Sean Connery's grave, or rather the Sean Connery James Bond's grave. And also in the 60s, Mort Drucker did parodies of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. titled The Man from Auntie, I Spy titled Why Spy. He was a big favorite of readers of Mad, and he also influenced, a generation, maybe two generations of artists. And as a result, when he passed away here in April, his death got a lot of attention. The New York Times did a fairly detailed obituary, and I saw a lot of tributes on Twitter, including from former contributors to Mad. Mad itself, it exists kind of, but it's just doing reprints now. They did their last original issue in 2019, the end of an era for that. But anyway, a lot of people are remembering Mort Drucker, and particularly Spy fans, because he did the parodies he drew were pretty entertaining. He would throw in bits of detail in the Spy that came in for the cold, for example. There is one panel where the Richard Burton character is talking to somebody in the background. And in the foreground, you have Robert Culp and Bill Cosby of I Spy, James Coburn of Our Man Flint, Sean Connery as Bond, of course, Don Adams, David McCallum, just all standing around for no particular reason, but certainly would catch the reader's eye. Anyway, Mort Drucker has left us at the age of 91. And anyway, if you might want to check out some of his work, you can probably, I know there's been collections of his work. There's various Mad reprints, Mad Magazine reprints. And like I say, there are a number of obituaries out there you can check out online. Anyway, thanks for your time. This has been Bill Koenig, and we'll talk to you later.
Bill Koenig. I don't normally do this, cutting in at the end of a brush pass, but I really wanted to place on record my thanks to you for contributing brush passes to Spybury. I always learn something from you. You're like the grand historian here at Spybury of spy fiction on TV and in print. So I appreciate your brush passes very much. And I'm sure all of our listeners are aware of Bill's blog, The Spy Command. If not, you can check it out. I've added the links at spybury.com/107, as well as a couple of the links that Bill referred to on today's episode. Bill, huge thank you. I really appreciate it. And keep them coming. Can you pull off a brush pass? Send in your review to shane@spybury.com.
Thanks for listening to the Spybury podcast. You don't have to wait for the next episode. Join the conversation happening now at facebook.com/Spybury and on Twitter @Spybury.